Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. This is Train 6 Foxtrot 88, which is a EWS enterprise service from certain OK's chemical sidings to Arpley sidings. Enter the West Coast Round, Bamfurlong Junction, and got into Arpley while you were shunted into the sidings. Total journey length is about 11 miles. We're in this EWS Class 56. It's one of the Iranian versions. This is a update to the East Midlands Coal, the best route ever made for the Fort Train Simulator Classic, Class 56, by Backdated Train Sim, hence got the different nose. It brings the train basically in line with the AP standard, using the AP assets. It's well worth a look if you've got the EWS coal route. On the back, you've got a pair of TIA Yankee chemical tankers. Proud the cap, reverser goes into neutral, reverser goes forward, instrument light goes on, brake comes off, and as the brake releases we take power. Quick little jab of horns, and where we go. I do love the different nose variation. It does give a very different character to this version of the 56. Our start speed limit, of course, is 25, 205, 25. And depending on where we get routed, joining the West Coast Main Line, that drops to 20 or increases to 60. Likelihood is it drops to 20. We'll get ourselves up to 25 and then sit there and do the do. I hope you guys are doing really well. I've had a bit of a crazy day. Basically, started when I got home from work at 4 o'clock yesterday, and I went, I'm really tired, and had to lie down. And then I woke up at midnight, and then I decided to just stay up until I went to bed, and it got to about 7 o'clock tonight, and I just thought I'll have like an hour's nap, because I'm really getting tired now. And it's now sort of 3 hours later, so our plan is to stay up to about 2 in the morning, and then so it's 11:15, so hopefully give it another 3 hours of being awake, and then get back to sleep. And I'm not setting an alarm, so I wake up hopefully at 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I've got a day off, which is handy. So you've got the route indicator, that basically indicates we're crossing over. We are climbing up to the West Coast Main Line here. I'll thrash it a little bit just to get us up to that 25. Look at the amount of steam I put up, well, coal rolling out the roof. Incredibly unhealthy that for the train, but shush. I'm the driver. So this is the West Coast Main Line. Obviously, we're joining it facing southbound towards Warrington's Arpley sidings. Just letting myself coast down. It's 20 at that junction there. Chap a little chap of brake on. As another EWS local 37 comes northbound. 37703 with a rake of steel wagons on. Nice. Not sure JSA Charlie's existed at this stage, but we'll take it. So once we get the full train across, our line speed increases to 60. So pretty much now. So we'll give it a beat and go full power, and I'll let you enjoy the thrash. There we go. We'll start reducing power. So it's a nice comfortable arrival at the 60 point. That was nice and thrashy. I can also see double ambers ahead. Now, double amber at the next signal indicates to me that we are going to be slowed down for the junction, which I can't remember the name of, but basically the 4 lines merge into 2 for a short while before we turn back into 4, and the slow lines then turning back into 4 at Winwick Junction. So we are basically very likely going to be checked down to a stand. So what we'll do is loco goes fully idle now, and we're not going to put any power on basically, and we're going to slow down quite early. Because the whole aim here is that we slow down but we don't stop. So usually, obviously, if we're being checked down, it means that we're going to be held to allow some trains to pass. Double amber, single amber next. There we go. We'll put a drag, or just start dragging step on a break in. Start slowing down really early. It's not like we're over a mile from the red. We are, yeah, mile and a half away. We're only doing 60. Like normally I'd be hammering. Like if I was in a like a passenger train that was a station, I'd still be hammering along at this speed, or at line speed. I see a green aspect on the left, which hopefully means that we're about to be passed by a train, and I see what looks like a distant single amber aspect. I'm going to go down to 35, and then I'll stop the deceleration. The train is, of course, warning us it's a 25 for the crossover, which is like the multiple point is warning us. It's a 25 for the crossover, which is fine. And then we're going to go tap the AWS again because we've just gone through the single amber aspect. And that'll do 30. You'll do me in the box. I'm going to just cruise along here. I've got a northbound train coming, so maybe that means we'll clear off. Actually, no, it's gone over the junction, so it should have cleared the section by the time we passed through, so he would have pulled off. Give that guy a wave. So this scenario, by the way, is available from the Alan Thompson Sim website. I've slightly updated it. I've replaced some of the locos in it, basically, and the Mark IIIs in that train because I'm a bit tired of the old AP Wagons Mark IIIs. I know it's the same model, but the new ones are just done to a drastically better standard. So, yeah, and I've replaced the loco. So this normally comes with just a standard class 56. I've just replaced it just so I could show that today, and I've also replaced the 60s from the JT ones to the Major Wales ones. I'm sorry, I just really can't stand the JT 60s anymore. We'll get down to 15, and then I'll yeah, we're a bit quick. So obviously this train hasn't got on-train monitoring fitted yet, but we should be 14 over the magnet. So again, I'll leave us in. In fact, I'll just go down to 5. Oh, there we go, being passed up. See, even the sounds are worse. Heavily worse. So I didn't update this train today, I forgot about it basically. And there goes 96, City of Lancaster. How do I know? I checked it last time round. We also have the DSD enabled. I'm very much hoping that signal will pull off momentarily. The aim will be to stop once it's reached sort of this point of the windscreen. This is what I couldn't do about freight driving, is you just spend so much of your life crawling up to signals like this. There we go. Power. So now we are going single amber, red ahead. This is the dangerous bit, right, where I go, right, signal's pulled off, let's go. But there's a train in the section ahead. I can't accelerate too hard here. Hopefully, because I'm obviously restricted below the speed that the passenger train's travelling at, I can only get to a certain speed before I have to, basically I can only get to a certain speed, so he should pull away from me. But, that's not guaranteed, so we just need to make sure that we're being nice and safe. He might, for example, someone might pull a PASCOM and he'll lose interlock because on a train like that, PASCOM means the brakes come on. And he might just stop in the middle of nowhere. And if I was going right, beneath the passenger trains doing 90 miles an hour here, I'm doing 25, then yeah, basically. And I'll tell you for free, the last time I tried to record this, I had a near spad. But I can see that signal's pulling off now. We'll just rag it into full power. I'll go up to about 50 here. That's also our next speed limit after Winwick Junction, which is about 2 or 3 miles time. And that signal ahead is actually protecting Winwick. I don't know if it's Winwick or Winwick, so I'm going to call it both. Oh, how thrashy is that? I'm not sure I've got enough thrash though, needs more thrash. Actually, I'm going to do 40. Because like I say, I know I'm metagaming it slightly here, but I'm trying not to. But ideally, I'd like that to pull off before I pass it. And there is a neutral section here, but of course we don't care about that because we're driving a diesel train. Got to be a diesel locomotive. Double amber, single amber next. Welcome to Cheshire, folks. It's great. It's Cheshire. I think this is probably Cheshire. No, it's too far north. It's Cheshire. Now I know we get basically around this curve is where the next junction is. So we're going to go into step 1. Yeah, I can see the red. We're going to high levels of braking. So 4 bar is full service, basically. At least after the rules on a 66, I'm applying them to this. There we go, single amber, and I've got a feather. Now remember, that's once again single amber red ahead. So put a bit of power on as we approach Winwick Junction. I don't know where that line actually goes, that goes north of us. Goes over that. Is this all scenery? No, it's not. That's a shame. It goes to some sort of junction. Oh, no, that's the, yeah, that is Earlsfield right there. So that is the Republic of Manchester line. Yes, Chat Moss line. I'm an idiot. I've driven it off that line before, or onto that line before on a video as well. Wave to the 90. Enjoy the wheel flats. So one bit of feedback is all the freight trains on the street seem just a little bit too short, like maybe 4 or 5 coaches too short. It is actually a 50 over that junction, believe it or not. It's just kicks like absolute crazy. And there's our 60 limit. I am going to speed up a little. We'll go for about half. Yeah, I can see we've got a caution signal there, which is fine. Once again, since that's not a green, I'm going to go no faster than 50. A lot of fairly defensive driving being done today, but I think it is quite a fun way to push yourself, especially when you're driving hoodless, because you can't get the exact range and you can't go for full efficiency. But you know. I've got some music stuck in my head. Right, singles, I can see, oh no, we've pulled off to a double. So I'm just going to stay at 50. Because obviously whatever, I'm holding pace basically with whatever I'm trying to avoid, which works for me. This is Warrington Mail Terminal, or Dalham Mail Terminal. You can see a 325 hiding in there by the looks of things. We'll sit back properly here and stop trying to meta this. There you go, 325. Platform 3 in there. I'm already sort of preempting my brakes. That's a single and it's a 30 limit ahead according to the Morpeth. Wave to the Gronk. See a bit of a engineer's train in there. A Tampa and another, A47. So we are just north of Warrington Station now. And like I said, we're going to stable our train in Arpley sidings, which is just to the east of Warrington Station. That's one of the illegal 60s. I apologise for using it, but I just can't stand the JT one anymore. Single lamp and red ahead. I'm going to drop us down to 15. There's a pacer. Luckily, we're hiding from most of it by the bridge support structures. Going to come. So the line 2 actually jumps up to 90 according to the game. I'm just going to drive through here at like 15. Yeah, it's still 30 according to the speed posts, but I'm also approaching danger aspects. And someone's iPod ringing over the lines there. This is one thing that I find really distracting with both Classic and World is, obviously with Classic it seems to be worse where they just wander into the middle of the track. But with World, they'll just stand right on the platform edge and you're like, no, that's not safe. You'll be blaring your horn at them to move. So that would probably be quite realistic, that we are being routed off the West Coast main line here, but the signaller is checking us down to ensure that we are slowed down sufficiently, sees that we've slowed down, or there's a timer. And then when that timer's complete, it pulls off to a single amber aspect. So like from me entering the section, there'll be like a timer of some description, but I've got to do that manually in Train Sim. Unless those are ballasts that are a marker there that I haven't used because I'm that kind of gal. 37895, another 377, quite a filthy one. So the most messed up thing here is that we actually can see it's a really steep dive off the west coast, and we've got to actually stop in there. So I've used a couple of different 56s. This is one of the other ones that comes as part of the pack, 56003, in its load haul livery. Some CCOs, some PGAs, and a full EWS liveried 60 here as well. Looking rather smart. And as well as that, civil engineers. Livery, well, Dutch. In, is that Basket, I think? Livery? Or with Basket depot plates. And to the south there, that's the line towards Crewe. I will do a full run of the West Coast Main Line, Midlands and the Northwest at some point. I've just not got around to it yet, basically. And I also wanted to do this video because, you know, it's short, but actually I think we got quite a bit of really interesting driving into it. So, you know, I think it is worthwhile, and also you guys have had some really nice long videos over the last week, over the last few days, so now we need to stop at a beam at this point here, and then we'll use our CSR to basically ring the, see what I mean? We're down this slope, we're not stopping. I'm using well more than a surface amount of braking to bring this train to a stand. There we go, just emergency it. So secure our train. Quick. Hello there, Warrington Arpley. It's driver of 6 Foxtrot 88. I am at a stand in the entrance to the yard, requesting shunting instructions. Roger, pull forward to the reverse and back into Warrington Arpley 4. What I'm hoping is I can just... Oh dear God, hello. Sorry, Roger, you'll call me back when I have the road set. Roger that. Hopefully, as the air pipe clears, the pressure falls off. Like I say, we're treating this as a 15 limit in this section. So I hear a 37 making noises. Where is it? Apparently, I don't. I swear I hear 37. Oh no, there he is. See, my ears picked that up fine in the end. So it's a Transrail 37802 with an MGR train on. Cool. We want to stop clear of this junction, so we'll brakes off. We're just going to coast it. Like I say, you know, we didn't use. We used actually very little of throttle to keep the train moving. A lot of this has been coasting around and efficiency based. Well, comparatively speaking. I feel like when I'm in a passenger train, I'm like, every second counts, driving aggressively. On freight, I'm like, 5 minutes here, there. We've got the padding for it. So there's no real markers here, other than just sort of peeking out the side of our train going, am I there yet? To be honest, what would happen is we'd had a shunter out who'd be standing there. We'd stop, they'd hand us a radio, we'd fall forward, and they'd go clear to stop. And they'd then climb onto the foothold and basically ride along the train as we set back in properly. Anyway, reverse reset. I would also set mark heights only, but I can't do that just due to the way that this train is set up. I've got my options are that or that. So we're going, keep coming back, keep coming back. Your road is set for you, and we can visually verify it in the map. Probably a bit quicker than we should be. So I think the official line for setting back is you should probably do about walking pace. So 6.5 miles an hour is a running pace, but shush. And see, obviously these have got the European info plate, so these can run on the continent if they needed to. As far as I'm aware, they've all been they're either all in store or they've all been scrapped at this point. I don't think there's any flows on the mainland that use these anymore, which is a shame. But alas, it's a lovely little scenario. This I do strongly recommend you go and download it. It is very rare actually that we get to drive the TIAs. The only other time we've driven them is, or drive with the TIA, sorry. The only other time we've used them is that I'm aware of at least, was during the first look video I did, which was the scenario that includes them, which I think is basically a later part of this same flow, where the chemicals get taken for disposal to whatever the location is near Barrow, and it's just a DRS 37, or it's in a later time during their career. but regardless, it's still a pretty fun little drive to do this. I'm loving the 56. The Romanian 56s make a big difference. It adds a lot of variety to a fleet that deserves it. And I'm glad, yeah, I'm glad we've got to use the 56. Like I say, we've driven it one of the 10 that I can think of. And it's very basic. You know, you've got throttle, brake pipe, bogie, main res, main res pipe, main res, throttle, reverser, brakes. That's all you need, you know. And it does take you back to less worrying about systems and more sort of worrying about, um, you know, am I doing it right? By the way, until that jolt kicked in, I'd not used any power from we got up to 15, which I thought was pretty fun. I do wonder, is that anchor saying it's a ferry wagon, like a ferry compatible wagon? Because these would have predated the tunnel opening. I don't know. I just need to put the train against the buffers here. So just because 2 miles an hour is a bit slow. But we also want to be cautious. You know, we are running against a buffer. A buffer is a brick wall. We don't run into brick walls, so we don't want to be putting too much power on. Like I say, the scenario was slightly modified by me, but it is well worth the download. Functionality hasn't been changed. I just added some stuff, removed some stuff. And then we go put our brake on and bring ourselves to a stand. The train's fully hidden. What we'll do is reverse it off, headlights off, and basically that's all we can do to shut this thing down. I suppose we can put a handbrake on the loco as well. There we go, and destroy the brake pipe. There you have it, folks. Thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. Until then, go, though, guys. Bye-bye.